はい、メロンです。続きをね、やっていきたいと思います。さてさて、と、どうしようかね。まずこの人に話しかけてみますか。
Inspector Nave, do you have a moment?
My time is of the essence. Be quick now.
Why don't you check out the security camera footage?
Madame, that is not my area of expertise. It is the body which concerns me.
But the CCTV footage is evidence. It could help identify the killer.
Correction, madame. It is but an indicator. The only true evidence is bodily fluid. Unless you know something I don't, then please leave me be.
The only evidence Inspector Nave seemed to appreciate
血の
involved
ついた
gore.
もの。
Did you see
じ
the
ゃあこれ。
alarm was sabotaged?
I have interrogated the crime scene, madame. I am fully aware of the disabled security.
おお、知ってんのか。
I prefer biological evidence to the merely circumstantial. Body parts, blood, important things.
Don't you think the disabled alarm is highly suspicious, though?
The forensic team will be along shortly. Voice your concerns to them.
そう来るか。
Do not bother me with this circumstantial fliff-laff.
Don't you find it odd that the thief chose that one particular painting?
Life is full of odd things, madame. Fingerless gloves, white dog poo-poo, nasal hair. I prefer to concern myself with murder.
I suppose this is quite a complex case, Inspector.
It is a robbery gone bad. Nothing more, nothing less.
Surely there's a bit more to it than that.
Please abstain from baseless conjecture, madame. The victim's body paints a simple picture, more reliable than any witness statement.
本当かよ。
Consider the impact of the bullet and note the concomitant lack of blood. A casual homicide.
よ
Nothing
くある
more.
殺人って。
What do you think about the American, Georges?
He is deeply suspicious.
いや、それはわかる。怪しいよね。
Could you give me a statement, Inspector?
Now is not the time, madame.
Thanks, Inspector. I'll let you know if I remember anything else. If I was going to distract Nave, I needed to unearth new evidence or concoct some. And the bloodier, the better.
そうね。お、レインさん。
Are you Hector Lane, the art critic?
Enchanté, madame. And which of the angels are you?
I'm Nico Collar, a reporter.
Ah, a fallen angel then. My favorite.
いいから、それはいいから。
What can you tell me about the painting that was taken?
It was called La Malediccio, an unknown work that only recently surfaced.
Who was the artist?
A mysterious figure known only as El Serp. Some say he was a student of Picasso. He was good, but not great, and his true identity remains unknown.
What can you tell me about the theft?
Oh, it was truly awful. What do you want to know?
Tell me about the shooting, monsieur.
It all happened so fast.
Take your time. What did you see?
I can't be sure. Perhaps I could answer your questions over
何言っ
dinner.
てんだお前。
I'm sorry, monsieur. I'm on a tight deadline. Did you see the thief?
I would have tackled him, but he was too quick for me.
早かったかな。そうでもないような気がしたけど。
Did you know that the alarm had been sabotaged?
No. How dreadful. I suppose that's why the alarm isn't ringing.
What can you tell me about Henri's involvement with the gallery?
Dear Henri, a shining diamond in the ordure that is the modern art business. He owned the gallery. What will we do without him?
Have you spoken to Georges?
The American?
Yes.
He promised to clear up any misunderstandings the police might have about my presence here.
Thanks for your help, Monsieur Lane. I wasn't going to get anything useful from Lane.
ピザ。トマトのシミ。
The tomato sauce had splattered on the floor.
うん。
I
Ugh.
spread some of this sauce around with my shoe.
だね。
It looked a little bit like a blood
工
stain,
夫
but it
ね
still wasn't right.
へい
If
へ
I
い。
was going to distract the cop, I had to get
Gum.
rid of that gum.
なんで剥がそうかね。これいくいけるいける
I scraped up the chewing gum with my press card. Hope
あーやっちゃったよ。
the tomato sauce looked as close to blood as it was ever going to.
これでいけるでしょうよ。ちょっと警部、結
Inspector,
婚結婚あるよ、結婚。
Yes?
よし。
have you seen the stain on the floor over there? It looks like blood.
Indeed. How very curious. I must investigate immediately, before one of these idiots steps in it.
そうそう。
Interesting. Maybe it is time to employ
例の機械
the machine.
なんだ。
Okay, Georges, that should distract him for a while.
Nice work, Nico. I'll let you know what I find in the office. I was sure the
Choroide.
inspector hadn't seen me slip away. But I needed to be quick, because it wouldn't take him long.
うーん。
At last, Stobart.
Sorry, Mr. Rickenbacker. I've been busy.
Yeah, I damn well hope so. I'm watching the news.
Oh, anything interesting?
Yeah, someone stole a painting.
Oh, really?
And it was one you insured. What's going on?
Ah, yes. Well, the guy was armed, sir.
So,
You think I should have thrown myself in front of the thief, wrestled him to the ground, got myself shot?
sure would have made me feel
ブラック企業だ。
Anyway, find that painting, or give me a good reason not to pay out.
うーん、厳しいね。
Please tell me that you have some leads.
全然。
I'm working on it.
うわ、
It was hard to tell if the lava lamp was retro or just plain old.
なんかあるかな。
There was nothing else in the drawer. The folder looked interesting. This was very definitely tampering with evidence. It was a completion of work notice from a company called Vera Security.
うん。
They weren't the guys we'd recommended.
あら。
Henri had gone behind our backs to choose a different security outfit. Huh. I'd never heard of Vera Security, but there was an address and phone number on the form. I had no reason to search the desk again.
なんだ。
The poster advertised the 1975 Stockholm Music Festival, headlined by a group called the Hairy Lobsters.
防犯カメラ。まあ、
The CCTV
レトロ
system
だ
was
ね。
It took individual shots and recorded them to tape. It looked like I needed to enter a passcode
Uah,
to view the
出
recording.
た、暗証番号。わかんない。調べるか。カレンダー。
Henri had a model of a VW camper van painted in hippie colors. The engine capacity was displayed on the back, 1600 cc. Henri sure liked his clutter.
なんかないか。
Henri's notice board was covered with all kinds of junk.
ガラクタか。
A pair of evil eyes stared from a partially covered poster. It was a hookah pipe. Those things gave me a headache. Henri sure had his quirks. I didn't imagine Henri as a musician. The trinkets, the junk, the instruments. Henri was kind of a hippie at heart.
なんだろう。空き瓶
It looked like Henri had saved the best booze for the back room.
ソファー。
The sofa had clearly taken some punishment over the years. A naked lady stared at me seductively. Henri may have been a hippie, but a hippie with plenty of disposable income.
ヒッピーね。
The woman in the picture looked vaguely familiar. The street was quiet.
めっちゃ気になるんだけど、この像。
The statue was jaunty.
元気。
Up close and personal, I could see that the fig leaf was
イ
hinged.
チジクの葉えこれおお
Thankfully, there
股
was
間
no one around to see me do this.
うわ
Very interesting.
なんか開いた。金庫。鍵穴
I wasn't going to open the safe without the key.
あー
I was fairly sure that even Henri wouldn't be silly enough to keep it hidden in the office.
わかんない。多分ないと思うな。カレンダー。
The calendar looked like a child's school project. Henri had ringed 27th May.
5月22日、27日。
Poor guy hadn't quite made it to his big day.
もしかして暗証番号かな。もういけ
Bingo.
やった
I rewound the tape to before the robbery. This was the first interesting frame. It was Henri studying La Malediccio. He couldn't have had any idea what was about to happen. Nico and I were taking a look at La Malediccio just before the robbery. Funny, the painting didn't strike me as remarkable at the time, just odd. A good view of La Malediccio. I could kind of see why Father Simeon thought it was evil. There was a certain presence about it.
なんだろ
The killer caught in
う。
the act.
お、強盗。
There was nothing really distinctive about him. The moment it all went horribly wrong.
ああ、
The killer making his getaway.
ああ、そっか。まあ見れるんだ。そう。そう。
A logo on the front of his helmet read Waterloo Motors. That could be useful. The painting was gone. The alarm should have sounded when the killer took the painting, but it had been sabotaged. I wondered who could have done that. Maybe Lane, or even Henri himself. Or perhaps even Vera's security, who'd installed the system.
うーん。
There I was, taking a look at the alarm box. Hopefully I didn't look too suspicious.
怪しいよ。僕。
That was me, fiddling with the alarm. I hadn't thought about that when I was taking a look at the camera. That was the last shot. I'd got some leads on the killer's identity. A closer look at the painting might be useful. That was the most recent image.
あ、そうなの
The button had an arrow pointing to the right.
み
I guessed it was some kind of full.
ちょっと待って、何
That was the most.
なんだ。調べる。でしょ
The alarm should have sounded when the killer took the painting. Whoever was wearing that helmet was going to pay for what he did.
で
A logo on the
ウォル
front
ター
of
も
his
出
helmet.
す。
The
警報
alarm should have sounded when the
でしょ
Poor Henri. Why hadn't Henri backed down when the thief pulled the gun? If that was me, I'd have done whatever the guy wanted. This frame caught the moment the killer took the painting. The CCTV had caught the killer in the act of lifting La Malediccio from the wall. He knew exactly which painting to take. The image was a little fuzzy, but in the center of the painting was what looked like a snake eating its own tail. I thought about what the priest said.
な
There
るほ
was
ど。
definitely something unsettling about the picture.
.とはもうないんじゃね模型のバス模型
It was a pretty flamboyant looking clock.
でしょない
I knew it'd be wrong to leave the room without
え
checking
ー
thoroughly.
何やるあとゴミ
In the trash can, I found a crumpled letter from Henri's credit card company demanding immediate payment. It listed extravagant purchases from a variety of ladies' fashion stores. The address indicated that Henri lived in the chic and expensive 16th arrondissement of Paris. I decided to put the letter back. Henri's financial problems weren't my business. But now I knew where he lived.
戻すんだ。
Monsieur, sir, you have snuck in here, and now you are tampering with my evidence.
うわー、どうしよう。真実、ライズ、嘘つこう。
I'm just looking for the name of the caterer. That cheese was to die for.
Ah, to die for? Or to kill for? I put it to you, monsieur. Monsieur...
Stobart. George Stobart.
I put it to you that you came here in search of cheese and killed the owner in a fromage-induced frenzy.
Well, no. I'm from Paris Mutual. We insured the exhibition.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Time will tell, monsieur.
Truth will out, Inspector.
Who dares wins, Monsieur Stobart?
He who laughs last laughs loudest, Inspector Nave. The guy was seriously nuts.
May I remind you, monsieur, that a serious crime has been committed. I am going to have to ask you to return to the gallery.
Of course, but I do need to ask you a few questions.
D'accord. But remember, anything you say can be used against you, Monsieur Stobart.
Okay, I'll bear that in mind. Do you know anything about a company called Vera Security?
No, I have never heard of them. Now, I must get on with my investigation.
いやー、聞くだけ無駄だと思うな。
It's very likely that the security camera holds a clue to the killer's identity.
Monsieur, I am a professional, and you are an amateur. So, leave the investigating to me, huh?
坊や。
Monsieur, you are American, no?
Yeah, California born and bred.
Of course. I think perhaps you are wanting to be like that Starsky and Butch, monsieur. No? Rolling around on top of fast cars with beautiful ladies, firing your gun.
Interesting idea, Inspector, but not really my style.
Indeed. Well, let me tell you something, monsieur. You are my prime suspect. You may go now, but I will need to speak with you again.
I had some valuable leads.
マジで嫌なんだけど、あの警部。
But before following up on them, I had important business. Hey, Nico, you want to grab a quick cup of coffee?
Sure.
I am pleased to announce that I have finished my preliminary investigation.
本当かよ。
This is now an official crime scene, and you must all go. I shall be questioning all of you again in the coming days. Nobody is to leave the country, particularly you, Monsieur Stobart. Monsieur Lane will stay behind to help secure the premises. Mo?
Yes, Inspector.
Let them out.
Right away, sir.
Two coffees, please.
Nice work in there, Nico. Whatever you did, it worked.
I just made a tiny distraction, and Nave bought it.
ちょろかったぜ。あのピザソースに食いつくとはな。
I think Nave would buy anything if it had blood on it. You know, this whole setup, the theft, the murder, it just doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
Hmm, どっからやろうかね。
The security firm that Henri used was not the one I recommended.
Well, that's understandable. I've been to restaurants that you recommended.
I've got their address. Maybe they can tell me who could have had access to that alarm. The CCTV picked up an image of the thief. His helmet had the words Waterloo Motors written across it.
Interesting. I think I got a couple of good shots of him too, but I need to take a better look at them at home.
Great. Let me know what you find.
심플 안 쓰노?
Like I said, I think it was an inside job.
Go on.
Someone disabled the alarm, but on just one painting.
Let me guess. La Malediccio.
Exactly. And I aim to find out who did it.
いいじゃんもう警察に頼めば
Well, the priest thinks La Malediccio is evil.
Sure, she's just crazy.
ひどい言われよ
Yeah,
ま
you're
と
probably
もじゃ
right.
ないわね
But there's something strange going on.
Good luck with your investigations. Well, I guess I should go. This story won't write itself. And Josh,
Yeah?
it's good to see you again.
Great to see you too, Nico. I watched her walk away. The sound of traffic, the sun shining, a crime to solve.
おいお金払ったのかお前ら
Back in my life.
これでいけるんだねとりあえずは何ここ
The address led me to a dead-end alley at the end of a deadbeat mall. No wonder I'd never heard of Vera's security.
うわーなんか綺麗こういうの好きかもアンティーク調みたいなおおどうしたね
Hi! I wonder if you can help me. I'm looking for Vera's security.
Yes, of course. It's the shop behind you.
Thank you. The name's George, by the way.
Call me Bassam. And do please forgive me, but I'm in no mood to talk.
そ
I
れ
have
は
a
すまね
resounding headache.
ああ頭痛だな
Bad migraine, eh?
The worst. The buzzing and flashing from the old sign is killing me. I thought the neon sign had potential until it broke.
Is it your sign?
No, the previous owners. Used to be a restaurant.
うーん
This is horrible. Adversely affecting my footfall and giving me a splitting headache.
自分で壊せばいいじゃん
You want me to try fixing that sign for you?
Do you know what you're doing?
I'm very good at fixing things.
本当かよ
Then please do. I'm no good at
あ
electricals.
ーなるほどね
Marketing analysis and predicting trends is more my thing.
うーんやってみますか
I took a good look at the sign.
う
The wiring was
ーん
exposed and the cover broken. No wonder it was flashing.
さあさあ、これあれ違うな。ああ。
I pulled the wire off. Well, that was one way to stop the letters flashing.
いいじゃん、これで収まったじゃん。
Now only half the sign was illuminated.
終わったよ。
The buzzing and flashing has stopped.
And I am very grateful. But the sign still looks pretty terrible, doesn't it?
何
When you're building a brand from the ground up, name is everything.
名前
I need a name that makes my customers long for adventure and treasures from faraway places.
めんどくせえな。
I can take a look at your sign, come up with something.
You are like a genie from a magic lamp.
Tell me about your business idea.
This stall is going to put me through college while giving me field experience.
うん、いいことじゃん。
But the nonsense sign is working against me. It should spell a name for my shop. I need something original, yet familiar, bright and in your face, yet subtle and symbolic.
この辺にしよっかな、今回は。この辺で終わりたいと思います。じゃあそれじゃあまたね。バイバイ。